please come forward and face the rest of the police force. Putting you on the spot.
Yeah.
We celebrate today both service and leadership. And as I mentioned earlier, it's quite often in today's tumultuous world that we focus on the negative. We focus on the critical. What isn't going wrong? What did that person do wrong? And I think for those of us in public service, we probably feel that sting the most. But as Chief Kelly said, we need to make a concerted effort to highlight the positive, to highlight the optimistic aspects of it, and to highlight those moments in our lives that really show our true colors. Today we celebrate service, we celebrate leadership, and I'm quite proud in front of the assembled members of the Adams Police Department to recognize our newest officer, Officer Samantha Morin. I'd like to read a formal letter of commendation for her actions in life-saving as presented by her Sergeant Dylan Hicks. To the Adams Board of Selectmen, it is with my deepest and most profound admiration that I most willingly and gladly write to the Select Board a letter of commendation for Officer Samantha Morin and request that she be formally recognized for her heroic actions on November the 23rd, 2020. As a police officer for the town of Adams in the field training program, she responded to a call for service of a stabbing and provided extraordinary life-saving measures in the form of medical aid to the victim. On November the 23rd at approximately 11:20 hours, Officer Samantha Morin, Officer Travis Cunningham, and Officer Michael Rossi responded to an address for a report of a male party that had been severely slashed and stabbed with a knife during an altercation. Officer Morin, along with the other officers, immediately ensured scene safety and rendered life-preserving medical care to the victim. As a rookie officer with only 2 months on the job, Officer Morin showed an incomparable level of poise, control, and ability to perform under immense pressure and stress. Officer Morin did not hesitate to immediately apply a tourniquet kept on her duty belt to the victim's left upper arm and stop the life-threatening loss of blood. Officer Morin and the other responding officers continued to provide life-saving aid to the victim while awaiting arrival of EMS, all while concurrently securing the scene and arresting the suspect. In speaking to her field training officer at the time, Officer Cunningham, and the other officer on scene, Officer Rossi, the conclusion was made and confirmed by responding EMTs and EMS and doctors of the Berkshire Medical Center that Officer Morin's actions alone of applying a tourniquet to the victim was without a doubt the action that preserved the victim's life. A failure to act or delay in action most definitely could have led to a tragic outcome. The actions of Officer Morin are a true testament to the commitment to her training and her commitment to serve and help others even in the most difficult and stressful circumstances. Officer Morin's exemplary actions on November the 23rd reflect great credit and upon herself, the Adams Police Department, and the town of Adams. Respectfully submitted, Sergeant Dylan C. Hicks. Ladies and gentlemen, and members of the Adams Police Department, please thank Officer Morin and congratulate her for her duties. I should also note that Officer Morin is a member of the Massachusetts National Guard. Sergeant Hicks is also a member, and we see just by turning on the television what level of service that group has. Sergeant Hicks can't be with us today. He actually is deployed on a mission. Officer Morin, we're glad to have you with us today. And I'd like to take this opportunity to thank all of our officers for everything that they do every day. It's not common we have you all assembled. It's also not often we have our town staff assembled, so thank you all as well for everything that you do to make Adams a better place to live. With that, Officer Morin, you can go restore yourself to the ranks. Thank you all again for braving the cold weather out here. It's important to do these things. We'll continue to try to do them, and I wish you all the best today.